this is the Tribe Builders podcast, and I'm coming to you today with an awesome person that I'm super excited for you guys to hear chat about the amazing community that she has built. Her name is Lindsey Weiers. Lindsey, hi.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here.
That's so awesome. So, for the people listening, I met Lindsay on Facebook, which is so strange, but I feel like it's kind of a common thread these days. And Lindsay's going to talk a little bit about that because I actually think she probably meets a lot more people on social media than I do. But we happen to have some mutual friends because she grew up in a town like two towns over from me. We're about the same age. And then she started getting into her business stuff, and I saw we had so many mutual friends. I apparently offended her, and now we've worked together a little bit. We've talked quite a few times, and yeah, so I'm really, really excited to have you here today.
And I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be here.
Oh, awesome. So, can you tell everybody what it is that Lindsay does?
Absolutely. So, little bit about me. I'm a mom of two, and I used to be a fourth grade teacher. Went to grad school twice to go into administration and thought I would be in education the rest of my life. You don't go to college for 8 years thinking you're going to leave your profession. And about 6 years ago, I know, right? 6 years ago, I was on my first postpartum journey, really struggling to take care of myself. Lost who I was beyond motherhood, was struggling with postpartum anxiety and depression. I was put on antidepressants. I just felt like I didn't really have a lot of purpose beyond being a mom, a brand new mom. I took 1 year off to stay home with my son and finish grad school. And I literally would sit on the couch and watch Ellen DeGeneres every single day and like cry and like cry because I didn't know I didn't know like how to take care of myself in this new stage of motherhood. And so I will never forget sitting on my couch, and I reached out to another new mom and I said, "What are you doing? I want to join whatever it is that you're doing because I need to take care of myself." And little background information on me: I am a previous chronic quitter. I would go all in on my health and I would quit. And I was like, you know what? I don't stick to gym memberships. I can't like consistently show up for myself longer than 10 days. And so I reached out and I said, I want to join this virtual accountability group thing, these workouts that you're doing. And so 6 years ago, it was actually 6 years at the end of May, I joined my first accountability group. And I was 3 weeks in where I was like, oh my gosh, my background is in leadership. Like educational leadership is what my master's is in. I should help her lead the groups alongside, teaching. And then if I go into administration, like help to lead these online accountability groups for women who are wanting to stick to their health goals. Because I knew that if I was leading the group, that I had to show up, that I had to show up
Yep.
beyond the 3 weeks. So after my first group, I reached out and said, "Hey, can I help you lead the groups? I don't want a business." That's what I told her. I do not want to I don't want to start a business. I don't want to recruit people. I don't want anything to do with social selling, network marketing, direct sales, whatever you want to call it. I was like, that's not my cup of tea, but I want to help you lead the groups. And she's like, I guess. And so I started leading monthly accountability groups for women, and the platform that we work, and men can do it too. But my niche is mostly women, postpartum moms, or even women, busy moms who have kids. They're running to sporting events, that type of thing. And so that was kind of how I got into it. Is I was like, I just want to lead the groups for women. And so the company I partner with is called Body, formerly called Beachbody. Created like P90X, if anybody remembers that, or Insanity Max 30, if anybody has done like some of our OG fitness programs. And we of course now have like nutrition, mindset. So it really is like, if for anybody who's looking to get healthy, it's not just the fitness or not just the nutrition or not just the mindset. We have all three of them that to me plays into being well and being happy and healthy. And you need all three of those along with the accountability. So that is what I do. I created a business with Body, and I do this full time now. I actually left education 2 years ago. And now I get to do this full time, and I get to show other women how to create income while they lead monthly accountability groups, whether they want to do it to earn $150 a month or whether they want to do it to create more meaningful income for their families and maybe do it full time. One day that's what I get to do. And it is so fulfilling. I have so much fun doing it.
That's so awesome. I love everything about that. And I'm definitely a fan of all things accountability. Like, I feel like that is one of the fun things in most of my businesses that I'm successful because I have people I'm accountable to. So I
Yeah.
love that. That's like your goal is just to help people become accountable. It's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it definitely
So,
is. And I also think that's the missing piece. There are so many people that like start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. And it's because they're trying to do it alone. They might have a gym membership or even go to fitness classes or try a new some type of like nutrition program that they want to follow, but they try to do it alone. And that was always the missing piece for me is I was doing it alone and I didn't have the community to support me and say, hey, Linz, I know your baby isn't sleeping, but you deserve to take care of yourself. You might need an extra hour of sleep this morning, but get it in over nap time. Or, hey, how's your weekend nutrition going? Like, I know you're going through a season, but don't forget to focus on your nutrition this week, or don't forget to get your water in. Like those things. It's a lot more fun doing it with other women who have the same health goals or similar health, not the same health goals, but who have health goals that they're going to show up through all the seasons of life.
yeah, I think just anybody with goals, it's like, I know you're talking about health goals, which is really,
Yeah.
really important. And it doesn't have to be that everybody wants to lose 10 pounds or do
No.
this. Like, somebody's goal could be, I just want to drink 80 ounces of water a day. Like, that's it. That's my only goal right now is to
Yeah.
do this. And then you layer other things on it. So it's interesting to see people like just hang out with each other and talk about things like that. It's the like minded groups when we build those, like, it's just there's a, we get fulfilled ourselves, but then b, we actually do cool things. Like, when you hang out with people that's what they're doing, you'll probably start doing those things because you kind of
Yeah.
don't have a choice because you'll be left out of the text messages or the group or whatever.
I literally say that to my team all the time. I've always been a girl's girl. I've always had a lot of girlfriends in high school and college, but we don't sit around and talk about finance goals or marriage goals or where we want to take our kids on vacation, like working towards some type of goal. We don't do that with, all of my other girlfriends. Like it's just different being in a community of goal setters. It just
Uh-huh.
is. The conversation is
Yes.
different.
I love this. It resonates so much with me because, whether I'm working on health goals or not, or business goals, like I am like when I surround myself with those people, it doesn't mean my high school friends or those friends from college aren't still in my groups. They're in different spheres. Like, they might not be like chasing goals the way that I do, or chasing business stuff, or chasing a new vacation. Like, if I earn this much money, I get to take a vacation, like those kinds of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So it's fun to actually have some structure to it and discuss it with other people that are chasing those things too.
Yeah. Right.
So can you tell me? So I know that you've built a business around this. What does the community look like that you built? Like, how often do you guys meet? Like, any
Yeah.
kinds of details about what that looks like on a day to day.
So there's two very different aspects of the community that I've built that I'm very passionate about. One of them, when you join, you can actually join as a challenger, and that was how I started in the beginning. I mentioned I was a challenger for the first 3 weeks, and I was just participating in the challenge group. I was logging my workouts, logging my water, focusing on my nutrition and my mindset. And then there's also the business side of it. So I'm going to talk about the challenge group side of it first. I actually run a morning fit club, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time
Ooh.
every morning, Monday through Friday, for anybody who wants to, who's in my challenge group, and they want to show up before their kids wake up, before they head out the door to work, before their, day gets busy. We know that there's like a 50-50 chance your workout's probably not going to get done if you try to do it later on in the day because life happens. Nobody likes getting up early. I have not met a person that's like, I love when my alarm goes off. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't. But it feels so good when you do get it done. And so being part of my challenge group, We have a Facebook community where we check in daily. We do like little weekly challenges. It might be, hey, log 5 workouts this weekend. Oh, look at, here's all my little prizes right next to me. You might get a little like happy mail from me. They have access to a morning fit club for anybody who wants to jump on in the morning. We jump on Zoom. We usually drink our Energize, which is our plant-based pre-workout, mute our lines, and then we all hit play on our own workouts. And so that is like the challenge group side of it. And we're talking pretty much all day, every day, especially in the morning fit club thread. We have everyone in a chat thread. It's hilarious. Like we're doing dry shots of pre-workout together. We're doing like dance moves and putting reels together. And so that is something that just is like, it just gives me so much life, because it's truly just women showing up on their health, their wellness goals, on their wellness journey and their health goals. And that is the community in our challenge group. And then I also have my team, Babes Who Believe, which is a lot of times challengers who actually say, okay, Linz, I want to help you lead the groups. And that's how I always say I accidentally became a full-time health partner, because I just wanted to lead the groups. I wanted to raise my own accountability. And I knew if I was leading the groups and putting together the little water challenges or the squatty potty challenge, like I was going to show up. So then we have our coaches, or we're now called health partners, where they help me lead the groups, and they have the potential to earn income with this. So if they bring in like a challenger, for example, my first challengers were my mom, my sister, and my cousin. They were like, hey, Linz, what are these groups you're doing? I want to join you. And I was like, I'm signed up as a partner. Let's get you in. So you can actually earn commission on bringing people into the challenge groups. And our team, Babes Who Believe, is, I always say we're fun. I'm a little bit biased, but we are literally like the most positive, happiest, supportive. We're going to push you to show up the way that you say that you want to show up in your business goals. Like the fitness side, the mindset, nutrition, that just needs to be there because it's your job to take care of yourself. But if you say you want to create a 6-figure business, or you say that you want to take your kids to Disneyland, then we're going to make you show up that way. We're going to help you match your actions with your goals in your business. And so that's my team. And we literally talk all day, every day. We have team calls every Monday. I run guided power hours, which is just like a 1-hour work session. Like, what should you be doing in your business during this hour? That's every Saturday. So I literally, like, these girls are my life, and they give me so much life. And it just is something that I'm so proud of.
That's so awesome. And how did you build, like, what is that, the business side of it? How many people are in that group, or what does that community size look like? And how do you find these people? Is it 5 people or 20?
I think I have like 70 partners in my team page right now, like, who have said, oh, I want to work the business. But again, everybody, that's the beauty of this, is everybody has a different goal when it comes to the business side of it. Some people literally join for the extra accountability, the 20% off of any of the product, and the community. So I do have people in my challenge group, or in my team page, excuse me, where they're like, I'm just here to be like fully immerse myself in that leveled up conversation of income and goals and life and all of that. And then some people are like, you know what, Linz, I want to replace my full-time teaching income like you did. How do I do it? So there's kind of like a spectrum of goals and partners in my team page. And where do I find them from? A lot of them come from actually within my challenge group. They're like, holy crap, like, this is cool. And I could actually earn income by doing this, what I'm actually doing already. Like, I'm already showing up, and I could create, even if it's $100 with this, I could create some income with this. Why not? So a lot of people come from, a lot of partners on my team come from within my challenge group. But some don't. Like, I had 2 partners join me actually right before this call. I voice messaged, and I was like, okay, I'll get you added into the team page. I'm just jumping on a podcast episode, and then I'll be in touch in like an hour and a half. And they're just straight from Instagram. And I've actually never met them in real life, but I think just marketing like to other women, hey, you can actually create income, another stream of income from
Mhm.
yourself alongside teaching or nursing or a stay-at-home mom life or whatever. You can create an extra stream of income while you get in the best shape of your life. And just marketing that, I think, also kind of sparks people's light bulbs of like, oh, okay, I want to do that because worst case scenario, I get in the best shape of my life and I meet
Mhm.
awesome, positive women along the way.
Oh, that's awesome. And where do you feel like you get a lot of your challengers? Is that like families and friends? Are you like, how do you get further out on stuff like that? How do
Um,
you meet people?
yeah, how do I meet people? I always
Hmm.
say I'm a professional friend maker. Um, I literally like I love humans. I love people. I love learning about people. I love meeting people and connecting with them. Probably how we connected on Facebook. Like I love human beings. And I think the majority of the world is amazing. Like I just think that the world is filled with such good humans. And so most, how do I connect with people? Most of my challengers and partners probably still come from Facebook, and it's a matter of just like I'll add I'm always adding friends on Facebook or like connecting with people in mom groups or just different groups that I'm in. I have a very big servant heart, and so I'm always trying to like help people or give, if they ask a question of like, oh, easy mom meals, I'm like, hey, you should go follow my Instagram. I share some, healthy, easy mom things. Or, oh, if you're looking for a free workout, here's a free workout. So I love just connecting with people and having touch points of like, hey, you're not alone and I want to be friends with you. So I think just constantly adding friends and following people, whether on Instagram or Facebook.
Awesome. So it's because you're a connector. Like you're truly in your heart, you're a connector.
I think so.
I love that. I actually have a book I'm going to send to you because you'll probably resonate with it a lot. Because when I read it, I'm the same way. I love connecting people. I love connecting with people. I'm always weirded out by the people that are just like, I hate people. I'm like, but people are everywhere. Like you got to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
But some of us like it more than others, and I love that. That's the way you are too.
Yeah, definitely. I think my
um,
husband gets annoyed by it sometimes because he's a little bit more introverted. I always say I'm an extroverted homebody. Like I love being
oh
home,
yeah.
but I love humans. Like if I could have humans over at my house and host all the time, I would.
That would be your dream. Yeah,
That would
no,
be my
that makes
dream.
sense.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
great. So actually, then this it feels like it kind of goes hand in hand with what you just talked about. Like, do you know what your superpower is? Like, what's the thing that's the most unique to you? And it might be what you just talked about, anyways.
Um, yeah, that's so funny because when I was thinking about my personal superpower, I have two things. I literally said my love for other human beings. Like I want, I know what it's like to go from being like really happy to just so like struggling silently inside and being put on
Hmm.
antidepressants and like not almost feeling like you're broken, but you don't know why. And I want women to pull themselves up and I want them to realize that we have control over like how we feel and how we show up in this world and whatever's happening around us, whatever we're struggling with internally, that we can still show up for ourselves and we deserve to feel good. And so I just think that my superpower is loving humans and believing in them. Like I breathing belief into them even when they might not see it themselves. And I get emotional, whoo, because I've come a long way and I know what it's like to feel like you lost yourself. So that was one that I said was I think my superpower. And then I think the other thing is just my mindset. I think it's like I always say I'm a happiness enthusiast. I don't know where I don't know where that term came from, if I read it somewhere or if I created it. I literally have a shirt though that says happiness enthusiast. It feels good to feel good. It really does. And so doing personal development, I have, like I said, Body has a mindset platform now. And so focusing on personal development is huge. It's what I do as a health partner. And we have a personal development platform that's part of Body. And so listening to, it's called the Daily Fire, listening to the Daily Fire every single day has really, I think, just put my mind in such a positive place and doing things like daily gratitude. it takes
Hmm.
30 seconds in the morning to write down in my planner 3 things I'm grateful for. And I do it every single day. Because if you have an attitude of gratitude and that's how you're starting your day, you're going to be a lot more resilient when hardships come and you have to hurdle different, things in your day or chaos, or when you're thrown for a loop or something negative impacts you. You're going to be a lot more resilient
Hmm.
to handle it. So I think that's my other superpower, is just like mindset, energy, happiness enthusiast is what I wrote.
I think that's fantastic and it makes sense. You are a pretty cheery person, and not everybody is able to stay cheery and stay
Yeah.
excited about life. And I think gratitude, oh man, it helps. I know it
Yeah.
helps. Like, I've done some pretty big gratitude challenges, and those are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hear that that's the kind of stuff that you keep in your everyday
And
life.
And I think it does. It's not that
Yeah.
every day is easy. Like I've been through. Can I swear? I've been
Mhm.
through some hard
Yeah.
shit. Like I've been through some hard shit, and it's not that life is easy. It's not. When you come across someone who you're like,
Mhm.
gosh, they're just always happy. Are they always happy? And it's like, but I feel like it's a choice. It's a choice how we handle our hardships. It is a choice. And does it suck sometimes? Absolutely. But is there still so
Yeah.
much to be grateful for on the shitty days? Yes, there is.
Mhm.
So,
Yes, I agree 110% because I kind of feel like I live my life like that too. Some people are just like, you're just always happy. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm not.
yeah,
But I don't spew negativity.
yeah,
If I can choose, like, I'm going to spew positivity. I'd rather show people that there is awesome things in life to look forward to. And you got to pick them out, though. Sometimes you have to dig for them, but
yeah,
they're worth it every
yeah,
time, you know?
for sure.
I
Yeah.
love that. Okay, so tell me, so we kind of are talking about like all of these things, like some of the negativity things that we can't always get over. We do get over them in spite of what we do every single day. Tell me about self-limiting beliefs, because I feel like everybody, even the happiest people, even
Yeah.
a happy enthusiast that writes 3 things a day, grit that they're grateful for, still has things that like get them down. So tell me if you have any self-limiting beliefs and like some things that you do to get over it.
Absolutely. One, I always say there's stories. There's stories that we tell ourselves, and we have to be aware of like, okay, is this story serving me? And a story that I told myself for far too long, and it still sneaks in there once in a while, is that I'm not enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not tech savvy enough. I'm not business mindset. Like I don't have that strong enough business mindset. I'm not good enough with nutrition. I'm not skinny enough or fit enough. I don't have a six pack, or like I just
Mm-hmm.
have felt like I wasn't enough, especially being, kind of transitioning and pivoting into the health and wellness space. My background is in, I always say, long division and teaching fourth graders how to blow their nose. Like that's my background. So I've almost felt like, okay, am I enough in this space? Because I don't have a background in business, marketing, fitness, nutrition. Am I'm terrible with technology. I couldn't get on this dang call. Like
You got here. It's
I'm not
fine.
I'm not tech savvy enough. And so that's been a story that I told myself for a very long time, that I had to work through and kind of shift in my head of like, hey, it's okay if I can't get on to the podcast platform, but I will figure it
Mhm.
out because I'm very driven and I like a challenge. I like being challenged and I'm a little bit competitive. So it's like, okay, you give me a challenge, give me a hurdle to jump over, and I'm going to see what I can do to overcome that. So that's definitely been my biggest limiting belief in life, is just I'm not enough.
Uh-huh. And has there been people that have helped you with that? I know obviously you've talked about Body's platform, about mindset stuff, so I'm sure that stuff helps. But
Yeah.
how else have you gotten over it? Like, just to do what you've done, because clearly you had to do at least something to do the stuff that you're doing.
Yeah. No, I think you nailed it. I think a lot of it is committing to personal development, and I think it is so overlooked. I think it is so overlooked, or people think that they don't need to do it. And I am I'm a very grateful, happy person, and I need it every single day. even if it's 10 minutes in the car or while I'm doing my laundry. It's not always a book. I have books on all of my shelves in here that I've read most of, but a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times it's just a podcast episode like this. So if you're listening to a podcast, like you're pouring into your mindset. And I think that is huge, huge when it comes to growth. And I, of course, I mean, I have like the best family, my husband is super supportive and he's always honestly been, um, I don't want to say a pusher, I should say a supporter. He's always been a supporter. Like when I asked him, hey, what do you think about me leaving teaching and going all in on this business? He's like, okay, here we go, buckle up. But he's always supported me and been alongside me. And same thing with my mom and my dad. Like I really do have a lot of people in my corner that
Mm-hmm.
have always said like, I'm enough without even saying it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just cheerlead you.
Yeah, yeah,
That's awesome. I
yeah.
love
A
that,
lot of
man.
cheerleaders.
So tell me, have you had any, like, what's your biggest win you've ever had that you feel like? And I feel like also, this is a really big question. You could probably have five big wins, so you can just say one that's around now.
Oh my gosh, a big win. Um, I know, I literally feel like I have so many wins I could share, like just so many different ways that I could take this. Um, I think one of my, woo, I get emotional. I said I wasn't gonna cry. Um, I think one of my biggest wins is truly like just being so proud of the mom that I am and the wife that I
Hmm.
am. Because
Hmm.
6 years ago, I had no idea who she was. Um, I didn't have any like purpose. I didn't know how to show up for myself. I literally felt like all I did was laundry, dishes, and clean the house. And like my husband had all of these activities and hobbies that he was out doing, golfing, fishing, hunting. He had all of his things, and I felt like he was like so happy. And then I'm sitting at home like devastated and drowning in like my sadness and my anxiety and my depression and did not knowing where to start or how to pick myself up. And as a new mom, when it was like one of the happiest times of my life, and I was like, am I cut out for this? Am I able to be a good mom and a good wife? And like, so going from that to who I am today, I think is like just so cool to see. And yeah, I just want other women to know like you can struggle and you can be amazing. You can come out and just like be so strong and step into a healthier and a happier version of you and a badass version of you that you're so proud of. And so I'm so proud of the mom and how I show up for my family. Because I always say, if you can change a mom, you can change a family. And like how you show up as a woman sets the foundation for your family. And that's one thing that I'm really proud of. And it's not
Yeah,
business,
you.
not business related.
No, you know what? I think business wins help our family wins, and honestly, like being like that is the super. That's like the fucking coolest thing ever that you have recognized it because a lot of people don't recognize like
Mhm.
how much you change. Like every couple of years, your kids are in different stages of life, and in the
Yeah,
beginning, you're just trying to make sure that they stay alive and fed, and that you're like breathing, and then all of a sudden now it they're a little bit older, I know. So maybe now you're getting into T-ball and stuff like
oh
that.
my
So making
God.
sure that they're happy with this, and then soon they're going to be teens or young teens, and then it's different sports and like just keeping up with all that stuff. So it's so cool to see that you actually recognize the fucking
Yeah,
changes you've made because
yeah,
they're big changes. Like you were sitting on the couch, and a lot of people never get like it doesn't mean they don't get off the couch, but
yeah,
in a sense, like in
yes.
their mind, they're just couch people now. Like this is just what they are because life can be hard. But you know what? Working hard for that life, the lifestyle that you now have, that was worth it. Like yes, it's hard work, but fuck, how
I
much
know.
cooler of a life do you have now?
And I think that's one thing that I just like I want to like shake people when they think I'm not
Uh-huh.
an aggressive person, but I just want to like shake them and be like, you can be an
Mhm.
amazing, phenomenal mom and a badass
Mhm.
business owner. You can do both.
Mhm.
And I think as a society, you're going to get me on a soapbox now. I think as a society, we are told there's so many things on like, okay, well, you can't grind, or we got to ditch this hustle culture, or you shouldn't want to build a business, or if you do, you're taking away from your family. And it's like, no, I'm a fucking awesome mom
Mhm.
and wife,
Mhm.
and I have created a phenomenal business like for my family. And that's one thing, honestly, that I want people to hear and see more of is the reason I wanted to go full time into this business is because as a teacher, I had 3 PTO days a year. 3 PTO days a year. I didn't want to ask to go to my son's field trips or to volunteer in his classroom, to pull kindergartners for reading, to go be at every single party. I have not missed a holiday party or a field trip. I've been on every single field trip. I went to his classroom twice a week at the beginning of the year to pull kids for reading. Like that is the mom I want to be. And I didn't want to have to ask for that. And that is what my business did. I have to grind at 5:30 some mornings before teaching? Yes. Did I have to stay awake at night after my kids went to bed while my husband watched every frickin' sporting event there was on TV? Yes, I had to grind while after my kids went to bed. And it was absolutely worth it because it gave me the ability to be the mom that I am, like truly. And I think that we need to stop making women feel like it's one or the other because it's not one or the other. It can be both. And it is so good
Yes.
when you allow yourself to be
Yes.
both. Off my
Yeah, I
soapbox.
love that. No, it's the best soapbox because I feel like I'm on it too. I'm just like, you guys keep, like, there's a lot of people that say, like, they'll make comments to me. I don't have a family, or like, I don't have kids at home. I have a family, I have my husband. But
Yeah.
I think too many people just say, well, I could do that, or I should, or like all of these things. But it's like, if you really get clear on the goals that you want, no matter what they are, they could
Yeah.
be a health and fitness business, it could be a real estate business, it could be a car wash, it could be like, you just want to bake, do baked goods on a farm stand. Like truly, like any of this stuff is possible. But if you actually recognize the life that you want to live and then the goals, like the stuff that you are really good at, that you want to use that to get to that place, those are like actually it's not easy by any means. It's simple though, and
Yes.
you could put in extra work, and yes, it might take a few years, but I mean, some people don't even start their dreams until they're in their 50s or 60s. Like there's plenty of people that also say, like, I mean, my husband has talked about going back to college a few times. I'm
Yeah.
like, Matt, you're only like, I mean, he started talking about it in his early 40s and now he's in his middle 40s, and it's like, if you want to do it, you still technically have 40, like statistically speaking, people in America live until they're 80 or in their 80s, like a
Yeah.
statistic like that my financial guy has told me. So you have 40 years. You know how much you can get accomplished in 40, in just 2 years or 5 years you can get a lot accomplished. So even if you don't have feel like you have the time, you could spend 1 hour less on social media and you
Uh-huh.
could do this goal. Like but again, whether it's a health fitness thing, it doesn't even matter what it is. It's just like bootstrapping yourself and knowing that you can take care of yourself, and then in turn you can take care of your family with all these cool fucking things. Like this is
Yes.
awesome.
And that it's
Love
never
this.
too late. And it does not matter what your
No.
background is in. It does not matter what you went to college for. Like I call it my passion project. And I still call it my
Mhm.
passion project, even though I do it full time. Like find what excites you, find what is going to get you out of bed every single day and like, okay, I want to do that.
Mhm.
Because 6 years in, it sounds so corny and I hate that it sounds so freaking corny, but I literally feel like I don't work because I
That's
love
awesome.
what I do. Love what I do. So,
Yeah. And how many I think the only thing that's kind of a bummer is like being in your place, being in a place like mine. I have a pretty cool fucking life. Like I am not it's not very many people's lives that I would rather live than my own because I think it's awesome. But how many people do you come across a week that's like they look sad, they look tired, they don't really like they're like I'm fine. Like there's a lot of I'm fines out there, and it's
yeah,
like we've only got the one chance to do this, and there's potentially up to 80 years to do it.
yeah,
Granted, we've already lived 30 or 40 of those years. What about the rest of the 40 fucking years or 50 years? Like this is crazy. There's so
yeah.
many cool things that could happen, and if you have that mindset of the best is yet to come, like
Yeah.
that's actually a question I love to ask people is, do you feel like the best is yet to come? Because Because you can tell so much from a person if they start talking about high school or if they start talking about this time in the college, and you're just like, wait a minute, you don't think the best is coming? Like, what? You're
Yeah.
just on your downward spiral now? Like, you still have 50 years to live.
That reminds me of that quote. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. Like, are
Oh,
you
that's great.
you cannot add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. Are you adding life to your days? Because if you woke up this morning, you're better off than a lot of people are. Like, I'm just going to say that. And it is up to you. Like, I always say, whatever road you're on, that's your own asphalt. Like, it is up to you.
What a Midwestern mom thing to say. Holy shit. No,
I think it's
it's great. It's the
so
best mom joke I've heard.
but truly, like, whatever road you're on, that's your own. It's your own asphalt, and
Oh,
nobody is coming to rescue you. Nobody is coming to rescue you. We all have our own shit. Like, pick yourself up, like you said, do your bootstraps, pull them up, put your big girl pants on, and show the fuck up for yourself. You deserve it. And add life to your days because you don't know when that last day is going to come. We don't. And
no,
I'm going
absolutely.
to tell you, it's going to be like the best day of my life when it does come because every day is the best day of my life. Even the hard days, even the hard days.
Yeah, absolutely. No, those are great. Those are great things to think of. Like, for real. Like, I mean, some of the stuff that we're talking about, it's just, you just needed to resonate in a couple of people that it changes their life. And then the ripple effect. You were talking about, like, when you change a mom, you change the whole entire family. It's
Yeah.
totally true because one person probably, I love talking about the ripple effect that you can have. Like, if you can make one person's day by
Yeah.
giving them a compliment because they're awesome, or because truly, like, you just thought of them today and you think they're fantastic, so you send them a little voice text message telling them how great they are.
Yeah.
That ripple is going to hit other people in their life.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, you can't take, I wouldn't take credit for it, but it doesn't matter. Like, if it means that maybe the next person they talk to, they're a little bit kinder to,
Yeah.
or they like go and hug their kid right then because they're just like, yeah, and then they just feel this, oomph of love.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. So you just impact a couple of people here and there, and
Mhm.
it's the ripple effect is just fucking beautiful.
Very powerful. Very powerful.
uh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know. So, you built this community. There's a lot of people around you, on your team, all of that. What kind of things have you seen that you really, really like that you didn't have intentions when, like the things that happened within your community that you were just like, holy crap, I didn't see that coming. About, how you built it, or like now that it's built, what happens in your community?
Okay. Ooh, let's see. This is a tough question for me.
It's happy accidents.
Yeah. Okay. What did I not see coming? Hmm. Um, well, I think I said this before. I'm a little bit biased about my team. I think we're fucking awesome. Like, we truly are so positive, very positive, and we push each other just to level up. And I think it is so cool to see my team continue to grow, to see that women want to be part, they want to be connected. We don't want to be sitting at home, even if we work from home or if they're stay at home moms or like whatever. We don't get out a lot. We want to be connected. We want to be connected with other people. So to see the community grow the way that it has been so rewarding to me because we literally do not leave people behind. And that is the thing I am just so like grateful for about I always say this is a judgment free zone in my challenge groups, in our team page, like judgment free zone. We are going to support you regardless of your background, regardless of your college degree, where you live in the world, regardless of your race, your gender, your sexual orientation. Like, we are going to love you because you are a human being and you are part of this community. And that's something that I'm so proud of, is that we have room at our table. No matter what, we have room and we're going to support you. So it's been fun to see just the growth, and like women come and join and be like, okay, I want to be part of this, whether it's as a challenger or I want to create extra income and create another stream of income. It just has been cool to see it start literally as myself lost in who I was and who I wanted to be, and my mom and sister and cousin joining, to now having a team of just badass babes. It's cool.
That's so awesome. I like asking that question because if people notice, the just the happy accidents that happen, like sometimes there's friendships, sometimes there's
Yeah.
like other people are leveling up with you, like as you're leveling up, and then you get to see how they like react to theirs and bring other people into the fold, So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
literally
I love that.
some of my best friends today came from it like social media. Like I would have never met
Mhm.
them. I would have never crossed paths with them if I didn't say, okay, you know what? I want to try to lead these groups. But in the beginning, I
Mhm.
didn't want a business. I didn't want a business. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to do direct sales. Like, no, thank you. Not my cup of tea. I just want to
Mhm.
be accountable. And if I can help my mom and my sister, great. And so what it has grown into now is like just the friendships and the relationships and the people I've met. It has been like amazing, a million times better than I could have ever dreamed.
That's awesome. And you didn't set out to create this 6 years
No,
ago.
no,
Not at all. And
not at
all of a
all.
sudden, just all of a sudden, you're an overnight success, just like that.
Oh my gosh,
Huh.
no. Oh my gosh. No, hell no. No, but that's why I said I accidentally got into this because I just love helping people feel better. And I was
Mhm.
just like sharing my journey along the way. And then I started creating income with this and I started sharing that. And I'm very authentic in like showing up on the good days, the bad days, the hard. Like I talk about on my social media, you'll see me at like the positive things I'm celebrating, but you'll also see the hard days. Like,
Mhm.
I share the raw and the real. And I think that connects with people.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. It's easier to talk to people that like are real. Like I still have problems. We all have problems.
Yeah.
Some people talk about them more than others,
Mhm.
but it's good to sprinkle those in. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that you've created something, and you actually have something like you have a product on Amazon, and this is kind of random, but I really want to talk about it because I want to know like how it's helped you and how it's helped other people. So can you talk about
Yeah. I'm
your
so excited.
Amazon product?
It's actually sitting right in front of me. So I was probably 3 years into my business and I had shit all over my desk. And I had like a
Mhm.
gratitude journal and I had a notebook and then I had a calendar with weekly time blocking and my monthly calendars. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get it together. I need everything in one book. And so I actually
Uh-huh.
hired a publisher. I literally Googled, how do you publish a book in the state of Minnesota? And I
Yes, I
that
love
is
that.
that is what I Googled, and I found my publisher, and she was her name actually was also Lindsay, and
Mhm.
she was a former teacher who left teaching to open her publishing company, and
Awesome.
don't ask me the name of it right now. Oh, Rodney K. Press is the publishing
Okay.
company. And so I reached out to her and I was like, hey, here's what I'm envisioning. I know it's not like a book. Can you
Mhm.
help me bring it to life? And she was like, absolutely, let's do it. And so I'm going to show you. This is my weekly time blocking. Look at um it's
Crazy.
literally that is my life. And I have, so
Mhm.
if you're not familiar, if you're listening on the podcast app or you're not watching the video, time blocking is huge as for me to be productive. Like I need it. When am I plugging in for my morning fit club? When do my kids have to be at baseball or swimming? When do I have team calls? And then on the bottom of it,
Mhm.
so I'm literally writing my week out. When am I working? When do I have calls? When do I have a podcast I'm going to be on? And then on the bottom of it, I have like my daily goals: workout, water, personal development, sleep, and gratitude. So that's on one of the pages. And then there's, oh, this was from June. And then there's a page each week for affirmations and daily gratitude. So every single day, there's one affirmation that I write out and three things that I'm grateful for. So here's one. Oh, this was on June 9th. I'm grateful for the opportunity to change other people's lives. And then my
Awesome.
three gratitude was, oh, my amazing mother-in-law, deep sleep. Clearly, I didn't have a good night of sleep. And I was like, I'm so grateful for the nights that I do have deep sleep and energize my pre workout. So, literally, it can be like something, heartfelt, or it could literally be something as simple as I'm just grateful my kids slept through the night. um,
Yeah.
So that's how I start every day. And then there's a monthly calendar. And then there's also a social media marketing page for business owners. And there are some people who are not business owners who bought the planner. And I was like, well, if you want to use the social media page as a menu, there's 3 spots each day. Use it as breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Absolutely. That's actually a great idea.
I was like, you don't have to do the business and social media, but this is literally my life in one
Uh-huh.
book, and it is how I function and how I try to stay organized.
That's awesome. And people can actually like buy something
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, it's on Amazon.
Cool.
Yep, we sell it. I created it for myself and my team to help them get their shit together in their business and life and keep it all in one book. And I put it on Amazon. Yep, so it is available there.
No, that's awesome. Well, I'll get the link, or I'll put the
Oh
link in
yeah,
the show notes so that if anybody, wants to buy it, I actually do have a copy of it.
yeah,
I have a lot of planners. I
oh yeah,
I kind of have a lot. Yeah, I have at least 5 planners at any time, and mostly I just use my phone because I came from a
yeah,
corporate work life where my phone is like my calendar on my phone is where everything goes. But
yeah.
I think it's important to support people that do things like this. Like I mean, when you put it out, like for real, like that's the kind of cheerleading I like to do for other people because I want them to do the same thing for me. Like if I
Oh,
have a book, I have friends that don't have short-term rentals. I wrote a chapter in a short-term rental book. They
yeah,
bought the book anyways just because they like me. I'm
yeah.
like, sweet, this is great news. So that's the kind of stuff that like.
I
I
love
think your planner is like bitchin' though. It's really awesome because I know you enough that it's like it's fun to have the energy exchange of
Yeah.
a person that like wants to give her energy out to people.
Yeah.
It needs some of that back sometimes, so it's
Oh, I
awesome.
appreciate you. I'm so happy you have it.
Yeah, yeah, no, of course.
And I'm like a grandma.
Okay.
I am such a grandma. I have to write. I'm like old fashioned. I am the grandma who's bad with technology. So I have to write everything out. Although we are looking at getting a skylight. Have you heard of it? I think that's what it's called.
No, what's that?
It's the it's the virtual calendar, and you can just set it on your counter. And then like when you put stuff on your phone calendar, like my husband could add stuff to it, I could add stuff, and then it merges everything in color coding. So we are
Whoa.
having a very serious conversation about getting that for our countertop.
Ah, that's fantastic. Like
It scares the shit out of me, but it'll be good.
yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Real, real.
I think that's funny. I've talked to some people that have literally said to me, "Well, I need to get home and check my planner." And I'm like, what do you
That's
mean you
me.
need to get home?" And yeah, now I know that you're one of those people.
I'm the
And
problem.
no, it's totally fine. I just happen, my background is in corporate work, and we didn't have a choice. I mean, that was literally you do everything on your calendar. So does a lot of corporate people. So as long as you're coordinating yourself, that's all that matters. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter if it's in paper. But I'm assuming you like lug that thing around everywhere you go then.
everywhere I go. Yep, I have a backpack and I carry it around in my backpack.
Oh, I love everything about this. Oh
Oh
my
my
God, it's
gosh.
just wholesome. This is wholesome shit.
Oh my.
um, okay, so what one thing are you looking for right now?
Yeah, this was probably the hardest question for me to answer. I was like, what am I
Mhm.
looking for right now? Um, and I honestly, I'm just looking for people to take care of themselves. And I know that it's like not something that I necessarily need, but it's like
Mhm.
make yourself a priority, show up for yourself. I feel like we're in such a like I don't want to say I don't think we're lazy society because I really don't think
Mhm.
we're lazy. I think
Mhm.
we've gotten into a habit of thinking things are supposed to be easy, and I want you
Mhm.
to expect things to be hard and show up through the hard for yourself because you deserve to feel healthy, you deserve to feel happy, you deserve to feel fulfilled, and you deserve to wake up every single day excited with your
Mhm.
life. And so I really want you, if you feel like you have fallen down 10 times, pick yourself back up. Get up,
Mhm.
pick yourself up an 11th time and stop trying to do it alone. And so, of
Mhm.
course, I'm going to put a plug in. If you're looking for accountability, like I'm here 6 years in, I'm not going anywhere.
Mhm.
I would love to have you join in an accountability group, get you set up with the fitness, the nutrition, the mindset.
Mhm.
If you want to earn income and be part of the team, I would love to show you that. But more than anything, just take care of yourself. That's what I need. I need people to realize it is a priority. It is your number one job to take care of yourself.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love everything about that. It just
Aw.
makes me go, yay! I love people that create communities the way that I love them. Like, I love communities so intensely. Like, they have done so many wonderful things for me that have kept
Yeah.
me going because I don't think business should be done alone. It is so hard sometimes, and you need to have somebody else there. And, like, I mean, you're a great example of like people helped pick you up, and
Mhm.
now you're helping other people get picked up. Like, how
Yeah.
beautiful is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we're human
It's so
beings. Like
awesome.
we are not meant to do things alone. We're not meant to do life
Mhm.
alone. We're not meant to do business alone. We're not meant to do our health goals alone. We are like social creatures. Even if
Yeah.
you're an introverted homebody, you still need people. Period.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Human
Lean in
beings are
and
good.
find your people. Find your people.
That's so awesome. Okay, so if anybody wants to come find you on Facebook or on Instagram, please tell me your handle and probably spell it because Weiers isn't the easiest last name.
I know. Okay, you're ready to laugh at me. I am just giving you like all the fuel to laugh at me. So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. It's at Lindsey Weiers, Lindsey Weiers. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you just went grade school teacher. That's
I know.
fantastic.
I
Yeah,
know. Weiers,
yeah.
Weiers. Isn't that great?
Did you used to do that when you had a class?
Yep,
Please
I
tell me
did.
you did it
Yep,
all the
yep,
time.
all the time. And I still do it. I still do it all the time because everyone's like, is it Weirs? And I'm like, no, it's like telephone wires. Weiers. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that for us. This was a great way to end this.
You guys were all
Do
a
you
little weird.
have
We are all a
yes,
little weird. I'm going to end with
we
that.
honestly quirky people are more fun anyways. We all have to have the quirks. It's fun to find out people's quirks. That's where the jam is. Okay, do you have anything else you want to leave anybody listening with?
I am just proud of you. I'm proud of you for listening to a podcast on personal development. I'm proud of you for making the time to grow because in a chaotic, busy world, it's not always easy to slow down. And
Mhm.
by slow down, I just mean focus on your mindset, take time to learn and grow. And you're doing that, whether you're on the go right now driving, you should be very proud because you're doing something that not a lot of people do.
That's fucking awesome. All
Yeah.
right. I have nothing else to add to this. Thank you for listening to Tribe Builders podcast with Lindsey Weiers and me, Tanya Rooney. Have an awesome fucking day. Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Bye.